Hello guys, welcome again to this channel. In this video we will see how we are going to design REST APIs for to-do list app. So let's look how we can structure this app. So we have divided our project backend structure into two modules, that is user and to-dos. In user module, we will create total 6 APIs, like API for creating a user, for updating a user, API for deleting, logging and registering a user, and the last API for fetching all users. So for each API you can also see the method, like for fetching all users the method will be get, and for registration API the method will be post, for login API method will be post, and so on and so forth. The next module is Todos module. So inside this module we will create these API endpoints, like API for creating a to-do for a user, API for fetching all to-dos for a user, API for fetching a particular to-do for a user, and API for updating a to-do or task for a user, and API for deleting a task for a user. So together all API endpoints will cover CRUD operations. One important note is that all API endpoints are private. That means that a user should be authenticated and authorized to access them. So in order to secure these API endpoints, we will use JWT tokens. JWT tokens are also known as value-based tokens, and JWT tokens are used to secure the communication between client and server. Now let's quickly look the database schema for to-do list tab. So in this to-do list tab we will use mysql as the database, and according to the project requirement we will need two tables, that is users and task. So in users table there will be total 6 columns, like user id, user first name, user surname, user email, user password and user registered. So user id will be the primary key for users table, and user email and user password, these two columns will be used to authenticate the user. And in the tasks table there will be total 8 columns, like task id, that will be the primary key of this table, and user id, that will be the foreign key to users table, task name, task priority. So task priority, it is the priority of the task, and a user can assign priority to its tasks. So the value of this column will be an integer value in the range of 0 to 99. The next column is task status, and task status will represent the state of the task. So task could be either in one of the two states, that is task could be in pending state or the task could be completed. So if the value of this task status column is 0, then it means that task is in pending state, and if the value of this task status column is 1, it means that the task is in completed state. Task color, so this is the color code string for a task, and then the task description and task date. So here you can see these are the SQL queries to create database to do, and this is the create SQL query for creating users table. So inside users table, user ID will be the primary key, and we are also creating one index on user email column. So indexes are created in order to increase the performance of select queries. So because most often we will search the users table by user email, so that's why we are creating index on user email column. So the next SQL query is to create tasks table. So inside this tasks table, you can see that the task ID is the primary key, and we are creating index on columns task name and task ID. So okay, I think that theory part is done, and next we will do coding part of the to-do list app. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. In the next video, we will start implementation of REST APIs for to-do list app. Until then, take care and bye bye.